All right, let's dive into business success, a comprehensive guide to business success and growth. We've got excerpts from this guide published August 2023, overflowing with tips to tackle today's business challenges.
It's fascinating. This guide, it really emphasizes a practical approach, not just theory, giving you the tools to actually apply these concepts to your own business.
Yeah, it's interesting how Augustin Omagi dedicates the book to God and family. It hints at values, a values-driven approach. But let's get down to the actual content. The guide kicks off with the importance of a strong business plan. But instead of just saying roadmap, it gives a really specific tip. Define your ideal customer before you even outline your product.
That's interesting. Yeah. Flips the traditional approach, kind of understanding your target audience first. You can build a product or service that really meets their needs. People actually want it, not trying to force a product into the market.
Okay, so you've got your ideal customer in mind. How do you translate that into a compelling business plan? Attract investors or secure funding?
The guide emphasizes a detailed business model, outlines how your business will generate revenue. It's not enough to just have a great idea. You need to show how you'll turn that idea into a profitable venture.
Okay.
Your pricing strategy, distribution channels, and key partnerships, all those elements that demonstrate the viability.
Makes sense. Proving that you've thought things through, not just creatively, but financially too. Let's be honest, even with the perfect product and a solid plan, you need to get the word out. The guide goes deep on marketing. I have to admit, psychographics kind of threw me.
Psychographics, fascinating area. It goes beyond basic demographics, age and income, to delve into values and beliefs, lifestyle. What makes your target audience tick? What motivates them, their aspirations? What kind of lifestyle are they looking for? Imagine you're trying to market a new fitness app. Knowing your target audience prefers, say, outdoor activities over gym workouts would drastically change your approach.
So it's not just about who your customer is, but what they care about. How does that translate into building a strong brand identity, which the guide says is key for customer loyalty?
A strong brand tells a story, connects with your audience on an emotional level, communicates your values, your unique selling proposition. Think about brands like Apple or Nike, gone beyond just selling products. They've created communities, lifestyles.
I see. Creating a feeling, an association.
Yeah.
Beyond the product itself. And in today's world, you can't talk about marketing without mentioning the digital landscape. The guide throws out tools like SEO and social media, but honestly, it's a bit overwhelming.
Yeah. What's important is not getting lost in the sea of tools, but choosing the right ones. For your business, your target audience, let's say your ideal customer is a busy professional, spends a lot of time on LinkedIn. Wouldn't make sense to pour all your resources into creating TikToks.
Okay, that makes sense. Meeting your customer where they are, not trying to be everywhere at once. But all this marketing requires resources. Let's talk about financial management. The guide mentions budgeting techniques, cash flow management, ratio analysis. Any chance we could simplify these for someone who isn't a financial whiz?
Absolutely. Think of cash flow management as the circulatory system of your business. You need to ensure money is coming in and going out smoothly to keep things running. The guide highlights a great tip. Speed up the collection of receivables. Basically, get paid faster. Improve your cash flow.
So it's not just about how much you're earning, but how quickly you're getting paid. That's a great takeaway. The guide also mentions ratio analysis, which sounds intimidating.
Ratio analysis helps you understand the financial health of your business by comparing different financial figures. For example, the guide highlights the current ratio, compares your current assets to your current liabilities. It tells you if you have enough resources to cover your short-term debts. It's a quick health check on your business's financial stability.
So it's like a snapshot. It helps you see if you're financially fit. That's much less daunting than I initially thought. But even with healthy finances, you can't do it all alone. Let's move on to building a successful team. I was struck by how the guide emphasizes diversity and inclusion.
Yeah, it's not just a feel-good concept. It's about creating a more robust and innovative team. Diverse perspectives lead to better problem-solving and decision-making. The guide gives a great example: a tech company that actively recruits from underrepresented groups, more likely to create products that cater to a wider range of users.
So it's about tapping into a wider pool of talent, ultimately creating better products or services.
That's a great point. But even with a stellar team, you need to stay ahead of the curve. How does the guide recommend navigating the ever-changing business landscape?
The business world is a dynamic beast. What worked yesterday might be obsolete today. The guide stresses the importance of staying informed about industry trends, but it goes beyond just reading headlines. Using tools like Google Trends, monitor what people are searching for online. This can give you insights into, emerging customer needs and market shifts.
So it's about proactively looking for clues, rather than just reacting to changes after they've happened.
I like that. Speaking of staying ahead of the curve, let's talk tech. This guide dives into leveraging technology, and there's a fascinating section on data analytics, goes beyond just listing tools.
Imagine you're trying to figure out why people are abandoning their shopping carts on your website. The guide suggests a tool like Hotjar, allows you to track user behavior, literally see where people are clicking, scrolling, dropping off. Takes the guesswork out of website optimization. Helps you create a smoother, more engaging customer experience.
So it's not just about collecting data. It's about understanding what that data is telling you, using it to improve your business.
Yeah.
But what about the less exciting stuff like managing risk? The guide touches on it, but I'm curious to hear your take.
Risk is inherent in any business venture. The guide advocates for a proactive approach. Gives a great tip. Create a pre-mortem for your business. Imagine your business failed in a year. Now brainstorm all the reasons why it might have failed. Helps you identify potential risks before they become major problems.
That's a really interesting approach, like a mental fire drill.
Yeah.
But let's be realistic. Most businesses grapple with balancing immediate profits with long-term growth. How does the guide suggest navigating this tricky terrain?
The guide offers a really practical framework. Think of your business like a garden. You need to tend to both the flowers, which represent your short-term wins, and the trees represent your long-term investments.
I love that analogy. So what would be an example of tending to the flowers in a business?
Could be something as simple as optimizing your pricing strategy to increase immediate sales. A small tweak to your pricing could have a significant impact on your bottom line in the short term.
And what about nurturing those trees, those long-term investments?
Investing in research and development might not yield immediate profits, but it can lead to breakthrough innovations, drive long-term growth and sustainability. The guide gives an interesting example. Tesla invested heavily in battery technology, a long-term bet. That is now paying off as the demand for electric vehicles surges.
So it's about finding that balance, reaping the rewards of today while planting the seeds for a bountiful harvest tomorrow. But how do you know if your efforts are actually paying off? The guide talks about measuring success and setting goals. What are some key takeaways for our listener?
It's not just about setting any goals. It's about setting smart goals. Goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Instead of saying, I want to increase sales, a smart goal would be, I want to increase online sales by 15%. In the next quarter, by launching a targeted social media advertising campaign.
So it's about being crystal clear about what you want to achieve and how you're going to get there. But what happens when you hit a roadblock? Challenges and setbacks are inevitable in business. How does the guide suggest navigating those rough patches?
The guide emphasizes that challenges are not failures. They're opportunities for growth and learning. Encourages entrepreneurs to adopt a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work, learning, and persistence. One of the most impactful pieces of advice is to seek out mentors or advisors who have already walked the path you're on. They can provide valuable insights and guidance based on their own experiences.
So it's about tapping into the wisdom of those who've been there before. That's a great reminder. But at the end of the day, it all comes back to the customer, right? The guide talks about adopting a customer-centric approach. What does that look like in practice?
It's about shifting your focus from simply selling products or services to creating a holistic customer experience that is positive, memorable, and tailored to their needs. The guide suggests a really interesting tool, developing detailed buyer personas.
Okay, I've heard that term before.
That's
honestly,
cool.
I'm not entirely sure what it means. Can you break it down?
For our listener, imagine you're trying to market a new line of organic skincare products. Instead of targeting women aged 25-45, a buyer persona would paint a much richer picture. Let's say her name's Sarah. She's a 35-year-old yoga instructor who is passionate about health and wellness. She values sustainability and is willing to spend a little extra for high-quality, ethically sourced products. By creating this detailed persona, you can tailor your marketing messages, product development, even your customer service interactions to resonate with someone like Sarah.
Wow, that's a a game changer. It's about speaking directly to the heart of your ideal customer. But reaching those customers involves understanding all the different ways you interact with them. The guide talks about identifying channels and touch points in your business. Can you give us some concrete examples?
Think of all the ways a customer might interact with your business. Browsing your website, reading your emails, seeing your ads on social media, walking into your physical store, contacting customer support. Each of these interactions is a touch point.
Okay, so it's about recognizing all those moments where you have the opportunity to make an impression.
Exactly. And the guide emphasizes the importance of creating a seamless experience across all these touch points. This is where the concept of omni-channel marketing comes in.
Omni-channel marketing. I feel like that's a buzzword I hear a lot these days. But I'm not sure I fully grasp it. Could you break it down for us?
Think about a time when you had a frustrating experience with a company because their online and in-store experiences were completely disjointed. Maybe you added something to your online cart, but couldn't find it in the store. Or you had to repeat your information multiple times to different customer service reps. Omnichannel marketing aims to eliminate those frustrations by creating a unified experience across all channels.
So it's about breaking down those silos between online and offline, between marketing and customer service. It's about creating a seamless journey for the customer.
Precisely. And it's not just about technology. It's about using data to understand your customers' behavior and preferences so you can personalize their experience. Imagine walking into a store and the salesperson knows your online purchase history and can recommend products based on your past preferences. That's the power of omnichannel done right.
That's incredible. It's about taking customer centricity to a whole new level. But as we strive for business success, it's important to remember that it's not just about profits. The guide dedicates an entire chapter to ethics and values in business. What are some of the key takeaways from that chapter?
It's about recognizing that businesses have a responsibility to operate ethically, to contribute to the well-being of society. The guide highlights a company that sources its raw materials sustainably, ensuring fair wages and working conditions for its suppliers. This commitment to ethical sourcing not only aligns with the company's values, but also resonates with consumers, who are increasingly conscious of the ethical practices of the businesses they support.
So it's about doing business in a way that benefits not just the company, but also the wider community and the planet. It's about creating a win-win situation for everyone involved.
Absolutely. And the guide emphasizes that integrity is not just a nice to have, it's a business imperative. Companies with strong ethical values are more likely to attract and retain top talent, build trust with customers, and foster a positive reputation, all of which contribute to long-term success.
Speaking of long-term success, one of the key themes throughout the guide is the importance of expansion through innovation and diversification. What are some of the key insights the guide offers in these areas?
The guide emphasizes that innovation is not just about coming up with groundbreaking inventions, it's about constantly looking for ways to improve your products, services, or processes. It could be something as simple as streamlining a workflow to increase efficiency or introducing a new feature. That enhances the customer experience.
So it's about being constantly on the lookout for ways to do things better, even if those improvements are incremental.
Exactly. And the guide encourages businesses to create a culture of experimentation where employees are empowered to test new ideas and take calculated risks. It also highlights the importance of gathering feedback from customers and using that feedback to iterate and improve.
So it's about creating an environment where innovation can thrive, where ideas are welcomed and failures are seen as learning opportunities.
Now, let's talk about diversification. The guide emphasizes that diversification is about spreading your risk by expanding your business activities into new markets, industries, or product lines. They give a really interesting example. A company that specializes in manufacturing high-end bicycles decides to diversify by introducing a line of electric bicycles, tapping into the growing demand for eco-friendly transportation options.
That's a great example. It's about anticipating market trends and being proactive in adapting your business to capitalize on those trends. But how do you know which opportunities to pursue?
That's where the guide's emphasis on strategic planning tools like SWOT analysis comes in. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It's a framework for assessing your current position and identifying potential areas for growth and improvement.
Okay, so SWOT analysis helps you take stock of where you are, where you want to go, and what obstacles you might encounter along the way.
Exactly. It's about making informed decisions based on a clear understanding of your internal capabilities and the external environment. The guide gives a great example. A local bakery wants to expand by opening a second location. by conducting a SWOT analysis. They realize their strength lies in their unique artisanal bread recipes. However, a weakness is their limited marketing budget. An opportunity might be the growing popularity of farmers markets, while a threat could be the entry of a large chain bakery into their area.
So by conducting a SWOT analysis, the bakery can leverage its strengths, address its weaknesses, capitalize on opportunities, and mitigate threats. It's about making strategic decisions that align with their goals and the realities of their market.
Precisely. And before jumping into any new venture, the guide stresses the importance of conducting thorough due diligence. This involves carefully evaluating the financial, operational, and legal aspects of a potential investment or partnership.
It's about doing your homework, making sure you understand the risks involved and the potential rewards.
Absolutely. The guide gives a really practical example. Imagine you're considering investing in a new tech startup. Due diligence would involve reviewing their financial statements, assessing the market demand for their product, evaluating their management team, and scrutinizing their legal and regulatory compliance.
So due diligence helps you avoid costly mistakes by making sure you have a clear understanding of what you're getting into before you commit. That's crucial for protecting your investments and ensuring you're making sound business decisions.
And once you've made the decision to expand, the guide highlights the importance of building a strong brand identity.
We talked about this earlier in the context of marketing. But how does brand identity play into the larger picture of business success?
A strong brand is like a magnet. It attracts customers, investors, and top talent. It allows you to charge premium prices because people perceive your products or services as being of higher value.
So it's about creating a brand that people trust, admire, and want to be associated with.
Exactly. The guide gives a great example. 2 coffee shops open up across the street from each other. One is just a generic coffee shop with no clear brand identity. The other has a unique name, a distinctive logo, a compelling brand story, and a focus on ethically sourced, fair trade coffee. Which one do you think will attract more customers and command higher prices?
The one with the strong brand identity, hands down. It's not just selling coffee. It's selling an experience, a set of values.
Precisely. And building a strong brand is about consistency, authenticity, and delivering on your promises.
It's about creating a brand
Yeah.
that people can connect with on an emotional level. But a strong brand is only part of the equation. The guide also talks about building a strong reputation. How is that different from brand identity?
Think of it this way. Your brand is what you say you are, while your reputation is what others say you are.
So your brand is controlled by you, while your reputation is shaped by the perceptions and experiences of others.
Exactly. And building a strong reputation takes time and effort. It's about consistently delivering high-quality products or services, providing excellent customer service, and acting with integrity in all your business dealings.
It's about walking the walk, not just talking the talk.
The guide gives a great example. A company that consistently goes above and beyond for its customers, even when it's not required, will build a reputation for exceptional customer service. This reputation will attract new customers and foster loyalty among existing ones, leading to long-term success.
So it's about creating a positive ripple effect that extends far beyond your immediate interactions.
Exactly. A strong reputation is a valuable asset. It can help you attract customers, investors, and partners, and it can even shield you from negative publicity or crises.
It's about building a foundation of trust and goodwill that will support your business for years to come.
It sounds like building a strong brand and reputation. It's all about aligning your actions with your values, which brings us back to the book's dedication to God and family.
Yeah.
That dedication suggests a values-driven approach to business. And while the guide doesn't, explicitly delve into religious principles, it does emphasize ethical conduct.
Right.
Argues that businesses thrive when they prioritize fairness, honesty, and transparency.
So it's not just about making a profit, but doing so in a way that aligns with a strong moral compass.
Exactly. Think about it this way. Would you rather support a company known for, cutting corners, exploiting its workers, or one that prioritizes ethical sourcing and fair labor practices?
Yeah, I know where I'd put my money. But let's get practical. We've covered a lot of ground. Crafting a business plan, navigating the digital landscape. What's the one piece of advice from this guide that you think our listeners should absolutely take to heart?
The guide, it repeatedly emphasizes that the key to business success, it's not just about having a great idea or even a perfect plan. It's about execution.
Right.
All the knowledge and strategies in the world won't get you anywhere if you don't take action.
Yeah.
So my advice, start small, test your ideas, learn from your mistakes, and keep iterating.
It's about turning those dreams into reality, one step at a time. And remember, you don't have to do it alone. Build a strong team. Seek out mentors. Don't be afraid to ask for help.
This guide, it's a fantastic resource, packed with practical advice and real-world examples. But ultimately, it's up to you, the listener, to take the reins and steer your business towards success.
We hope this deep dive has equipped you with valuable insights and a renewed sense of motivation to tackle your business goals.
Remember, building a successful business is a journey, not a destination. Embrace the challenges, celebrate the wins, and never stop learning and growing.
And remember, you've got this. Until next time, keep diving deep and exploring the fascinating world of business.
It sounds like building a strong brand and reputation is all about aligning your actions with your values, which brings us back to the book's dedication to God and family.
Right.
That dedication suggests a values-driven approach to business. And while the guide doesn't explicitly, delve into religious principles, it does emphasize ethical conduct. It argues that businesses thrive when they prioritize, fairness, honesty, and transparency.
So it's not just about making a profit, but doing so ethically.
Exactly. Think about it this way. Would you rather support a company known for, cutting corners, exploiting workers, or one that prioritizes ethical sourcing, fair labor practices?
Right. Yeah, I think most people would agree with that. But let's get practical. We've covered a lot of ground, from crafting a business plan to navigating the digital world. What's one piece of advice from this guide that you think our listeners should take to heart?
Well, the guide emphasizes repeatedly that the key to business success isn't just about a great idea or even a perfect plan. It's about execution.
Yeah, you got to actually do it.
Exactly. All the knowledge and strategies won't get you anywhere without action.
Right.
So my advice, start small, test your ideas, learn from those mistakes, and keep iterating.
Yeah, just keep moving forward. And you don't have to do it alone, right? Build a strong team, seek out mentors. Don't be afraid to ask for help.
Absolutely. This guide is a fantastic resource, packed with practical advice, real-world examples, but ultimately, it's up to you, the listener, to take the reins. Steer your business towards success.
We hope this deep dive has equipped you with some valuable insights and renewed motivation to tackle your business goals.
Remember, building a successful business is a journey, not a destination. Embrace those challenges, celebrate those wins, and never stop learning and growing.
And remember, you've got this. Until next time, keep diving deep and exploring the fascinating world of business.